Hello, I'm Susan. Welcome to Kids and Young Adults Yoga. So we'll get started. Let's go ahead and find our comfortable seated position. Letting our shoulders relax, let's close our eyes for 5 breaths. Taking those big inhales, filling your lungs. Our exhales, just letting it all go. Big inhale. And on our exhale, let's go ahead and open our eyes. Taking our right hand, reaching it high, and let's find a big, long stretch. So, reaching over. Let's reach up and go to the other side. So take a big inhale, reaching over. On our exhale, release. Let's do that again. Reaching over. And back. Again. Reaching and back. Both hands are reaching up. And exhale, bringing our hands to our heart. Let's take a twist to one side. Releasing. Taking a twist to the other side. And back to our center. Let's find our tabletop position. Letting our fingers spread wide. We're going to find a cat pose, rounded spine, tucking our tail under, letting our belly button reach up to our spine. Taking a big inhale. Exhale, release, let our belly drop, let our tailbone reach up. Cow pose. Back to neutral spine, let's find another cat. Releasing, let's find another cow. And then let's move to neutral, taking our hands forward, tucking our toes, finding our plank, and we're going to move through our plank here. So just pedaling our feet, walking back and forth. So instead of looking up at the camera, let your head reach down, looking between your thumbs. 3 or 4 more pedals here. And then let's find some stillness. Heels back, crown our head reaching forward. Let's keep our arms straight, let our hips drop. Pull up, press back, downward facing dog. We're going to go through that several times. So rolling back to plank. Let our hips drop down. Pulling back up to plank, reaching back to downward facing dog. Let's do that again, rolling out to plank. Letting our hips drop forward. Pulling back to plank, reaching back. So if we haven't done enough, maybe our hamstrings are really tight, so we can put a little bend in our knees. Maybe we need to be high on our toes. So let's walk and pedal our feet in our downward facing dog. Then let's let our feet stay still. Let the right foot reach behind us, reaching down. Left hand reaching up, reaching down. Let's do that again. Right foot reaching up. Exhale down. Left foot reaching. Exhale down. Let's roll back into that plank. Let our hips drop down, finding our up dog. Pulling back into our plank and pressing back. Downward facing dog. So let's find another plank. Left hand coming onto that left side. So we're going to stay here first with both hands in the mat. And maybe we're just going to let our hand drop here. So yes, it's a lot of work on our shoulder. We're strengthening our core. Let's see if we can let our hand reach to the sky. So keeping our balance, let's let our hand drop down. We're going to move to the other side. So rolling on to the other side. Keep the hand down, slowly reaching up. Keeping our balance, not letting our hips fall. Keep those hips strong and steady. Let's let our hand drop, keeping our balance. So back into our plank. So we're going to do that again. So go at your own pace. Left hand coming onto the left side, opening up. Releasing down, coming onto the other foot, reaching to the sky. Releasing down one more time. Let's reach up to the sky. Keep that balance. Releasing down. Again, reaching up and releasing down. Now we got your breath working a little bit. We're back into that plank. Let's jump up and take a forward fold. We might need to bend our knees. We can stay on our fingertips, maybe rest our hands on our thighs. Let's find a half fold. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse our hands, reaching high. Exhale, hands to our heart. Big breath, reaching up, a little bit of a back bend. And swan diving down. Again, find that half fold. Hands in our mat, let's jump back. Finding our plank. Lowering down. Let's find that up dog. Pull to plank. Pressing back. Downward facing dog. So we're going to do that 3 times. So try to keep your breath. So try to do the moves as you follow your breath. So let's jump up. Half fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching down. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, hands in our mat. Let's step back. Lower down. Reaching up. Down dog. And take a breather if you need one. Again, looking up at our thumbs. Jump up. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching up. Exhale down. Inhale, reaching to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Jumping back. Lowering down. Find that cobra. Back to our downward facing dog. One more time. Looking up at our thumbs. Jumping forward. Half fold. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, hands into our mat, stepping back. Lowering down. Pressing up to up dog. And back. Downward facing dog. So we can pedal our feet again. We call this walking our dog. Coming high up on our toes. Can we let her come as high as we can on our toes, letting our tailbone reach to the sky. Let's drop our heels and walk in our hands back. We're going to reach our hands behind our back. And we're going to let our hands reach up to the sky. And just stay in here for a couple breaths. Just letting our hands fall. Let's bring our hands back to our hips. Dropping our hands to our feet. Walking our hands back. Let's come back into that plank. One more time, Vasasana. Left hand, reaching up. Keep that balance as we drop down. Reaching to the other side. Back into our plank. So let's keep our arms straight this time. Letting our hips drop forward. So it doesn't matter, maybe you're here, maybe you're here. You'll get better as you move along. So this is our up dog. So we're gonna have up dog, pull to our plank. Let's drop back down into that up dog. Feel that stretch in our spine, in our stomachs. Let's pull right back into our plank. One more time, let our hips drop forward. Find that up dog. Pull the hips up. Let's drop to our knees and fall back into a child's pose. So in our child's pose, let's let our hands reach around and just reach and open up our shoulders. Drop our hands to our feet. Find that rounded spine. Tucking our chin into our chest, our forehead into our knees. And then let's walk our hands back. rolling back into our plank. And back into our downward facing dog. We're going to let our right foot reach up and play around with it, letting the foot float around, making big circles here. Coming high up on the left toes, let's bring that foot forward. And then we're going to come up, drop that hands down. We're going to bring that foot behind and reach back again. Again, big circles with the foot. High up on those toes. Bring that foot forward again. Reaching up to the sky. Maybe a little bit of a back bend. Trying to keep our balance. Releasing down. Let's bring that foot back. Let's do that on the other side. Let the left foot float up to the sky. Let's find those circles with the toes. And let's go ahead and stop. Come high up on the toes. Bring that foot forward. Reaching up to the sky. Dropping our hands down. Reach that left foot all the way back. Again, circles with our toes. High up on the toes. Left foot coming forward again. Crescent pose again. Reaching our hands down. Right back into that one-footed down dog. Right foot down to meet the left. So let's find ourselves in our down dog, adjusting our feet if we need to, feeling all parts of our hands in our mat. Let's bring that foot forward. So we're going to drop our back foot. So here would be our up runner. We're just going to let that foot drop at a 45-degree angle. We're going to let our hands reach crescent pose. Let's go ahead and come back onto the toes, dropping our hands to the side. I'm going to twist around. You all stay right where you are on your mat. And we're going to twist to the right side, which is really challenging to our balance, to try to twist the opposite direction. So can we feel that through our core? Trying to keep our balance. Let's twist back. Now we're going to drop that back foot again. We're not going to let that front leg move as we twist to the right. So this is warrior two. We're going to twist back to center, dropping back onto those toes, and we're going to twist again, that opposite side. Let's not hold it as long. Twisting back, drop the back foot, again finding warrior two. Let's go right back to center. Let's do that one more time. Coming onto our toes, twisting to the right. I know that's a challenge, it's hard to balance. Twisting back to center, dropping the back foot, adjusting as we need to, back to warrior two. So dropping in that warrior two, let's let that right palm reach up, and we're going to reach up to the sky and drop down. Reaching back up to the sky, dropping down. One more time, reaching to the sky and reaching back down. So I'm going to come back to the mat like you all are. So we're in that warrior two. We're going to straighten our front leg, reaching forward, triangle pose. So from triangle pose, we're going to drop our left hand down to meet the right. And then we're going to walk our hands to the center of our feet. I'm going to turn around again. So we're going to come here. Now, maybe we need to adjust our feet. We can just sink down just a bit. We can play around with that. Maybe our feet want to be here. Maybe we want to do the splits here. Let's let our left hand come right in the center of our mat. We're going to let our right hand reach up to the sky. So everything twists as we open up, trying to stack our shoulders on top of each other. Let's drop that hand down. Let's open up to the other side. Let's release. Let's go back to the other side. And release. One more time. Let's reaching up. and back to center. Again, forward fold. Let's walk our hands back to the front of our mat, bringing our feet into our plank, keeping our arms straight, letting our hips drop forward into our up dog. Can we use the quarter push right back into that plank? Heels are reaching back and back to downward facing dog. We're going to do all that on the other side. Coming high up on our toes. Left foot coming forward, up runner. Hands reaching overhead. Let's drop our hands to the sides. Let's twist to the left. That's very challenging, trying to keep our balance. Not forgetting to breathe. Let's twist right back. Dropping the back foot. Let's open up to our warrior two. Twisting back to center, coming on to our toes. Let's reach back to that other side. Let's unwind. Left leg's not going to move. Drop the back foot. Find that warrior two. Back to center. One more time, twisting to the left. Releasing. Dropping the back foot. Twisting to warrior two. Hand will look forward. Left palm up. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, reaching to the sky. Exhale, releasing down. One more time, exalted warrior. Releasing down, warrior two. Straighten the front leg like we did on the other side, reaching forward, dropping down. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hand can be here if we need to. Let's take 3 more breaths. And then we're going to let that right hand come down to meet the left, just like the other side. Letting our hands come to the center. Toes can be here. We can shorten our stance. We can try the split, just like we did last time. You can use a wall if you want to. We can let our hands come down onto our mat, maybe even trying to do a headstand. So I'm going to come to the side for anybody who wants to try a headstand. Can definitely go up on a wall or have a brother, sister, parent help you. So we have our hands down. Make a little pillow for our hands. If you got any rings on, you might want to take them off so it won't hurt your head. So weights coming into your forearms. And then we just come up into a headstand. So keeping our balance. Can even bring the knees down. Let's take 4 or 5 more breaths here. You can always pause if you want to try it a little bit longer. And as we come back down, we're still in that forward fold. Let's walk our hands back to our center. So here in this up runner pose, we're going to drop that knee down and we're going to fall back into a hamstring stretch. And then we're going to roll up into our up runner, straightening the front leg, straightening the back leg. Let's go ahead and roll back into up runner. Drop the knee, falling back, hamstring stretch. Roll forward, up runner, straighten both legs. Let's do that one more time. This feels good. You can do this a few more times. A great stretch for football, basketball, soccer. It doesn't matter what your sport is, track, cross country. One more time, finding that hamstring stretch. Let's roll forward into our up runner. Left foot coming back to meet the right. Let's bring that right foot forward. You know what? Let's do a little jump and switch. So jump and switch. Jump and switch. Jump and switch. Jump and switch. Let's do that one more time. We're going to keep the right foot in front, and then we're going to find that hamstring stretch. just like we did on the other side. Roll forward, find that up runner, and then straighten that front leg. Let's roll right back in that up runner. Drop the knee, finding that hamstring stretch again. Roll back out, straightening both legs. So foot can be here, foot can be on the mat, maybe both of those, whatever feels good to you. Let's do one more hamstring stretch. Rolling back to up runner, and then let's do that twist again. Switching our feet. It's a good little get my heart rate up. Some good stretches for the legs, a little bit of cardio. And then let's end in our plank pose. Keeping our arms straight, let's let our hips drop down again, finding that up dog. Pulling ourselves back into our plank. Let's press back. Downward facing dog. Let's walk our hands back. Letting our elbows drop into the palms of the hands. Letting our hands swing from side to side. Let's drop our hands down. Reaching our hands behind our back again. Grasping the palms of the hands and let the arms again reach up. Maybe let the hands fall over our head. Dropping our hands back to our hips. Dropping our hands back to our mat. Let's walk right back to our downward facing dog. So in our down dog, let's just practice making sure we're in where we would be in plank. And then we press back to our downward facing dog. That way we know where our hands and feet are supposed to be. Let's let our right foot reach behind us. And we're going to let it reach and reach, but then we're going to let the hips stack open. So the right hip stacking on top of the right. We're going to let the right foot drop down, and then we're going to let that foot reach up. So this is our fire hydrant pose. So that foot's going to straighten and reach. This is good for your quads, for your hamstrings. Lots of good things happening here in our legs. So one more time, reaching high. Unwind the hips, let's switch. Switching sides, left foot rising up. Stacking the hips on top of each other. Left heel dropping down, then left foot reaching to the sky. So just back and forth. We're not holding our breath. Let's reach that foot up. Left foot dropping down. Rolling out into that plank. Little different challenge here. Let's lower down. So keeping our elbows close. We're going to come down to our mat. We're going to untuck our toes, reaching our hands behind, grasping the palms of our hands together, and opening up. So let the shoulders open. If that doesn't feel good, you can grab the sides of your shirt. So if that's too much on your shoulders. So let's drop down. We're going to let the feet float up. We're going to let our hands reach around, grabbing our ankles. And then we're just going to start to kick in to our hands here. So this is our bow pose. This might feel good here. You might need to grab your socks. Or you can keep kicking until you come into a big bow pose. So we're going to try to keep our heels on top of our bottom. We don't want our heels out here. Trying to keep them balanced. And release. Let's put our hands underneath our shoulders. Let's pull ourselves back up into that tabletop pose. Rounding our spine. Releasing. Let our belly drop. Finding our cow pose. Back to neutral spine. So hands forward again. Tucking our toes. Another challenge. Let's lower down slowly. Finding that plank pose, coming onto our bellies, untucking our feet, again reaching our hands behind. let's open up again. So good for our shoulders, good for our spine, strengthening our lower back, not forgetting to breathe. Let's drop down, hands coming down. Let the feet float up. Reach the hands around. Maybe you're here, that's totally fine. Begin to kick into the hands, coming into our bow pose. So not holding our breath in our bow pose. As we slowly drop down, hands underneath our shoulders, pushing up and back into our child's pose. Let's let our hands reach around. Grab the bottom of our feet. Let's round our spine as much as we can. So we come into a little ball, tucking our chin into our chest, our forehead into our knees. And then let's roll. So let's find the center of our mat. We're going to bring our feet out in front of us. We're going to take a big breath. And then we're going to exhale forward, fold, grab at our ankles, our feet, maybe our calves, just whatever feels good, and just fall in here. And release. So I have to give you one challenging pose. We did this with the adults too. I'm sure you all can be the adults. This is our crane pose. So coming up on our feet are just sort of at a little duck, so just at a 45-degree angle, just coming into a squat. Our hands are right here. We have contact with our arm and our knee. So coming into our crow or crane. So I'm going to come to the side so you can see. Weights coming into the hands as we come onto our toes. Maybe we're stopping here. Maybe we can balance from one side to the next. Working our core, strengthening our arms. If you want, you can have a pillow or two right in front of you on your mat. You can try to find that balance of coming into that pose on our hands. Not forgetting to breathe. Pulling the knees into the elbows to keep your balance. See if you can stay here for 5 breaths. Good job. As we unwind, let's bring our feet out in front. Taking a big breath. Reaching into our toes. And then just slowly rolling all the way down onto our mats. Hands coming down to our sides. Closing our eyes. Relaxing our shoulders. And take 10 breaths. Being quiet. Taking care of our bodies. Calming everything down. Back to our seated pose where we started.